I will remember this night till the day that I die. We watched Bullet to the Head. And then
Bullet to the Head is the most badass movie name of all time, by the way.
And then we watched
Keep going.
Triple X. And dude, I want to witness for the first time again, Vin Diesel bunny hopping over a 30-foot chain link fence.
Welcome to the DeSoto Approach with Jake and Logan.
Well, I don't know if you would call them aliens. Maybe they're not called that.
Let's go.
All right, bud, we are recording episode 19.
19, baby. Welcome to episode number 19 of the DeSoto Approach. How we feeling today, Logan?
Feeling pretty good. We're on set here with the Terminator.
Dude, I looked like the fucking Unabomber all day. I was wearing this. I sent you that picture earlier. I was just wearing this in my car, and I looked in the mirror. I was like, dude, I can't be like walking around like this.
You look a little sus.
People are going to get suspicious for sure. But you'll fucking have that, dude.
We got some drinks on this episode, too. We might get a little...
Oh, dude.
Get a
also,
little unhinged.
New sponsor of the show, Adrenaline Shock. Have you seen one of these? Have you had this?
Mm-mm.
Adrenaline Shock.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
I've had one of the red ones. The fruit punch ones.
This one is frozen ice. I thought it's supposed to be like good for you, not good for you, but a healthier alternative, I guess. It's got 0 sugar, 0 calories, no artificial color, 0 chemical preservatives. I feel like that should probably be in everything.
That's good.
There's also 300 milligrams of natural caffeine in here, so
yeah. Well, for the trend of the show, I thought it would be a good idea to be drinking Diet Pop. Drinking a Diet Sody. So,
Diet Sody? I love that. You
The
drinking
name of the
some Baja Blast? Did you finish those? How many of those did you buy? Did you buy like a 6-pack of them? I'm assuming you can't just buy one can, like one small can.
It's like a variety pack with a bunch of different flavors in it. And
there's other flavors?
Yep. All I needed to try was the Baja Blast.
I just threw the rest of them in the trash.
No, they're just sitting out there, but
they're gonna be in your fridge for fucking 2 years now.
Dude, that was like we had these seltzers in there from I don't know how long ago, but we just had. So like, you know how you just like do things without any reason, and then you later on realize how stupid it was that you were doing them.
Yeah,
like,
most of the things I do. Yeah,
like we just
that's
had
most of my life, Logan.
Like I just have this mini fridge that I had in college, and I just brought it here when we moved here, and we filled it up with all these like seltzers that we got from somewhere. I think
those were good though. I had one. I had a couple
but we
of them,
never I never drink them, and neither does Kyla, and they were just sitting in our fridge for probably 6 months, and we would just put all the actual drinks that we do drink. Just like
I've been the only person drinking them.
Yeah,
every
for
time
real.
I go to your place, I'll drink a couple of them. Does Mitch drink seltzers? He seems like he'd be a big seltzer guy.
No, he's vodka. He's vodka.
Dude, of course he is.
Dude,
everyone
Mitch
in your
is
house
vodka.
is fucking psychopaths.
Dude, everyone in this apartment drinks vodka.
Vodka and rain.
Dude, everyone in this apartment is hard as fuck. And we do Zens.
Yeah, you guys do. You big Zenners over there.
Yeah.
You got Kyle on the Zens yet?
6 milli. Dude, she wanted to one time. We were drinking, and she's like, I want to try one. And I was just like, you have no fucking idea what this is going to do to you if you try it. Especially if you've never, like, she doesn't do any kind of nicotine or anything. So,
and like a 6 milligram one. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I played soccer, we played a game in Nebraska, and it's like 7 hours away. So we would drive down there. We played Saturday, so we'd drive down on Friday, stay the night Friday, and then play on Saturday, and then drive back. And I used to dip a ton, and we had a bunch of Swedish kids on the team my senior year. And the Swedish kids love like snoozes, like Zens. Basically, it's just the nicotine pouches, so they don't really have any taste or anything, but they're super strong.
Yeah, aren't they like 40 milligrams of fucking nicotine?
Dude, I don't know.
Or
They
something insane.
Yeah, dude, and they were nuts about it.
This one kid brought back. It's like the strongest nicotine pouches that they make, and they're from Sweden. And this is when I would like dip all day, like all the Swedish ones that were like way stronger. Like I would just have one in like during class and stuff. Like, dude, I'd have them in like at practice. Like I would dip all day.
Yeah.
And he gave me one, and it was like it was like a bunch of us hanging out. It was over like Thanksgiving break or something, so it was just a few people still there. We were hanging out, and then we were gonna go down to the bars, and he gave me one at like we were just kind of hanging around drinking a little bit at probably 10, and I was like, yeah, let me get one of those, whatever. I was like feeling really good for a couple minutes, and like 20 minutes later, I was like, dude, I think I'm just gonna go home. I just got an Uber back to the fucking house and just like went to bed, dude.
Dude, it will ruin your day. If you have too much of it, it will ruin your fucking day.
Yeah. It's hard to
It's weird.
Get a good level on there, especially because I don't do them that much anymore. So sometimes I do them, I just don't fucking feel good. Oh, but yeah,
Dude.
when we went to Nebraska, and we were all hanging out just like in the hot tub at the hotel the night we stayed there. And
Yeah.
we just all had one, and we just had a dip in, and we were sitting in the hot tub, like just relaxing. We had nothing to do. We had a game the next day, whatever. And one of the kids on the team was like, "Hey, you guys all love this shit, huh?" He's like, "Let me try one. We're like, "You sure, man?" Like he'd never done them or anything. We're like, "All right, whatever. We'll give him one." Dude, he fucking did not feel good. He was sitting over there. He like got a wet rag with like cold ass water, was just sitting it over his head. Went up to his room and like threw up in his room, and then came back and was sitting there with the fucking rag over his head. Oh, dude, I felt so bad.
Did I ever tell you about the time, like the first time I ever dipped?
I don't
Did I ever
think
tell
so.
you that story? So I was playing. So in baseball, like dipping is a huge part of the culture in baseball.
Yeah.
And I was playing club baseball, and I showed up to the game on Saturday. Never done it ever. And there was this kid in the dugout on our team, and he's like, throw this in. He's like, put this in before you go up there. And I'm like, I'm a freshman. I'm like trying to make friends. I'm like, oh, all right. Or a sophomore, maybe. I can't remember what.
Logan folds
grade I
to
was in.
peer pressure so easily.
Yeah. And I'm just like, shit.
Oh, dude, I do too, for sure.
Okay. So I was like, okay, fuck it. You know what? Fuck you. Tell me I can't do something. I'm going to do it, motherfucker. And so I put it in, and I go, dude, it was grizzly, wintergreen, long cut.
Ooh,
And
that's tough.
oh, I hate the taste
For your
of
first
wintergreen.
one.
Yeah. And
From that,
I put it
or
in,
just
and I'm
from
just
before?
trying to. But I just didn't. I never liked the smell of it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I put it in, and I went up to. It was right before I fucking went up to bat. So I had it, dude. I had it in when I was up to bat. In my hole, dude, the field looked like it was just turning left, like tilting left, and then tilting right. Dude, I'd like to say I'm a pretty good baseball player at the time, and I just struck out just embarrassingly 3 pitches in a row. I swung and missed 3 pitches
Just
in a
swung
row.
all 3.
Yeah, and I just
You're like,
I'm like,
you're
dude,
not even fucking around up there. You're like, I'm either gonna hit this right now or I'm gonna go sit
yeah,
down.
I gotta get out of here because I'm like, I can't sit up here and take balls. I gotta fucking swing at everything. So I swung at the first 3 pitches and struck out. Went back to the dugout, put my helmet down, bat down, went behind the dugout, and I'm just throwing up in front of all these people that are at our game. I'm just in the back of the fucking dugout throwing up. Dude, that's what was fun about club baseball. Like the environment was, we all just like went out and drank the night before, and then we all played hungover, and then the next day we'd play hungover again. We'd like travel to different college towns and play their club
Yeah,
teams.
that's really cool,
Like,
actually. Yeah.
It wasn't like it was competitive, but it wasn't serious. Like we'd get competitive, but it wasn't like they didn't actually
Like
matter.
it was an actual real team.
Yeah,
But it wasn't like it wasn't like
and we'd go play with, or not play. We'd go drink and hang out with the other team, like in the town.
yeah, that's so cool.
it was just kind of like a I don't know. It was like a frat almost without saying you were in a fucking frat.
That's funny. Well, it's like a real team though. Like it's not just like a Sunday league thing. Like kind of, but
yeah, like we had practice and stuff. Like we
that's
practice
what
a
I'm
couple
saying.
times a week.
That's so cool. Yeah, that's like how in Europe like soccer is. Like they have leagues. Like I could just play in like a real soccer league. It would just be like bad competition, but it's still like that. Like you travel around. It's like it's a real club kind of, and everyone just hangs out and like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's not an actual real like professional team, but it's still set up as a team. Like you have practices, you go around to other cities and play other teams. Like that's so cool. I wish they had. There's no like adult sports here.
Yeah.
Which sounds dumb, but like it would be kind of cool.
I bet there is
Like,
in like bigger cities and stuff. Like they have basketball leagues in Des Moines. Basketball is real universal though. Like
like there's a soccer.
Everywhere.
There's like soccer leagues that we do here, but it's literally just like Sundays. Like we don't have practice. Like it's just your team that you sign up with. You struggle to get guys. It's like, it's not pickup, but it's fucking one step above pickup soccer.
Yeah,
dude.
like you're still trying to call people and be like, "Hey, can you play tonight?" Like,
yeah.
We need a sub.
Like we got a
is
group chat. Literally 2 hours before every game, someone's in the group chat. All right, who's coming today?
Yeah,
and it's
That's-
fucking 50-50 shot.
that's the same way here.
We played in the fall one, and that's how we were. That's when I fucking busted my face open. I don't know if we talked about that on here.
Yeah,
but
you had the scar.
When we first started, yeah. But so we were playing in that league, and we like forfeited like half of our games because no one would show up. We won like the first weekend. We had like a doubleheader. We fucking smoked everyone showed up. We smoked both teams. And then I don't know if we won another game maybe won the rest of the like regular season. And then they do like a tournament. The last weekend is like a playoff tournament to see who wins the league or whatever. And our whole team showed up and we just fucked everybody up. we had like 2 wins the whole regular season, and we fucking smoked everybody. But it was all kids that like had played at UD within the last 3 years. Like half the kids like just not retired, just graduated or whatever. So they were like good, and then the rest of the people are like 40-year-old dudes that are playing.
They're just doing it for fun. See, I have an opposite experience. So there's this league that I'm in here in Des Moines. It's like a basketball league. We'll play on Tuesday and Thursday nights, like 20-minute half. It's a legitimate league. Like there's refs and everything.
Yeah, that's sick.
And we just like put a team. So we didn't understand what we were getting ourselves into. Every single team in this league has like a calculated way that they put their team together. Like in basketball, there's like a post guy, so like a tall guy.
Yeah.
There's a point guard, so the guy that like
they're building
ball.
a real team. They're recruiting and shit.
Yeah, like they have a legitimate team, and then our team is just a bunch of guys. We're just like, we all know each other and we're like, hey, you want to play? And then we just get out there and like we have no dynamic or anything. And dude, we lost. Tuesday, dude, we lost by 48 fucking points.
Jesus Christ.
And we're not good. I wouldn't say we're good by any means, but we're not like, everyone on the team knows how to play. But like we know how to play.
You're not
basketball.
losing by 50 bad.
like
oh, the
these
teams
guys
you play like good, like they're like
yes,
legit. They're
dude,
going out there
like
and trying.
legit
That's funny.
fucking teams, dude. And I remember we're walking off the court, and it's all fun. Like we knew the guys. I knew the guys on the other team because they play pickup. So there's like this league. I play pickup, and then there's a league. So
that's kind of cool too. Like I do kind of miss the competitiveness of like playing in a real game. Like we played like the league we played in was just at like Clark University here in town, and it's like a smaller field. It's 7-on-7. Like the scores of the games will be like 10-6. It's like you score a bunch of goals. Like you score a goal in that, it's not that fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like you score a goal in a real game, like it's fucking
it's way more exhilarating.
But, like you score in that, it's like it's fun and like it's competitive, but not really. No one like actually cares about it. You know what I mean? Like it would be kind of cool to be in a legitimately competitive league. I don't know.
But when we were walking off the court on the game that last night, we lost by 15. So we did a little bit better.
There you go.
But But Tuesday we lost. I remember I like walked off the court and I went and looked at the scoreboard. I saw that we lost by 48 fucking points. They scored like 90. And I just look over right after I look at the scoreboard. I look behind the scoreboard and the ref is back there. He like he's like one of the guys that runs the league. He's just like, man, that's disrespectful. And just turns off the scoreboard. Just turns off the fucking scoreboard.
That's so fucking funny. Dude, we played a team. Like I said, our team was like actually pretty good for being in like a adult league at Clark University on Sundays. And one of the first games we played. So the goalie comes out. Dude, this team tried to fucking fight me for this. So the goalie comes 30 yards out of the box to like kick a ball out of bounds or something. I don't know what he was doing. And so I was like the closest one to it. So I kind of like jogged over, got the ball, set it down. Like 15 Mississippi between when he kicked the ball and then when I got to it and kicked it. And like a kid on the far side of the field started running. So I just kind of played the ball in and then he scored off of it. And the goalie, he was like kind of a bigger guy. He was probably fucking 40, maybe a little younger, like not in great shape. And he turns and he's like, seriously, like you're not gonna wait for us to get set? That's so unsportsmanlike. I was like, what, dude? Are you serious? Like, imagine like being in a. First of all, I would get it if I ran up there. By the way, it was 3 minutes in and we were up like 3-0 already. But it would be different if I like sprinted over there and then played it in really quick to try and beat him from getting back. But it was so long. He ran 40 yards out of the way, kicked the ball out of bounds, and then was like walking back. I didn't even realize it. Dude, and like 4 or 5 of the people on their team. One guy was like trying to get in my face. I was like, why would you fucking do that, dude? That's so
those
like
people
that's
fire
so
me up.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what are you guys fucking talking about? Like, I didn't even do anything here. They were fucking riled up, dude. Dude, people like getting riled up at Sunday league stuff, honestly.
Dude, just it crosses over to every sport too, because I instantly connected with you on that in basketball. Like I always say you can tell the type of person, and I'm sure you can relate to this. Yep. You can tell the type of person somebody is based on how they play pickup sports. So they'll obviously hit the ball out of bounds or something like that. And it's like, you fucking know that it was you that hit the fucking ball out of bounds, dude. You know it was you. And you're going to try to convince us that it wasn't you. Like, fuck you, dude. Like, you're a piece of shit if you actually.
Especially in like pickup or like.
Who cares, dude?
Stuff,
just
like...
be on it. Like, that's how those games turn to shit. That's how those games become a shit show. Like, if everyone's trying to, it's almost like you're being like you're trying to win too bad.
Yeah, and by the way, it's never someone that was ever actually good or played at any sort of like higher level.
Exactly.
It's like they played in high school. I played varsity, dude. It's like, are you shitting me?
Dude, I played JV game. I went out for one game and played JV.
You came out of the fucking stands and played a game. But it's some dude that played varsity fucking 12 years ago and like watches the U.S. men's national team when they play in the World Cup, coming out there and fucking trying to fist fight people because they played the ball in too quick. Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's like, I'm going to tell the story about me playing JV. But,
dude, that was so funny.
So there was
Robbie almost died. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I'm literally just sitting in the stands, just watching Jake play and like some of our friends from DeSoto, and I'm just chilling out watching them play. And they didn't have a guy.
No, because it was before our game.
You weren't playing.
No, because it was the JV would play before. Yeah.
And Bill, the coach of
absolute legend, dude.
He's like
Bill
he's
Fields is a legend.
Yeah, he's a Scottish guy, and he just goes, Logan, you want to play soccer today? And I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, I didn't know what to fucking say. And he's like, come on down. And I like go down. I go down, and somebody gave me their fucking indoor. I think it was your.
Yeah, it was
indoor,
me. It was my like indoor shoes.
I wore Jake's.
They weren't even cleats, dude.
Yeah, they're like fucking. They're like slick shoes on the bottom. They're they're like
regular
shoes essentially.
Yeah.
And I'm running around on grass in these things. First time ever playing soccer in my entire life.
And I'm kind of balled out though.
Oh, I did. I balled out. And I go into the game and I'm like, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I know nothing about soccer. And he's like, oh, all right, Logan, you're going to play midfield. And I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but okay. Midfield. All right, I stay in the middle. And I'm like running up and down the middle. Little did I know midfield, you run more than any fucking position
probably.
on the field.
Oh, yeah.
And I ran down to the corner one time chasing a ball down, and I like crossed it over the middle to our friend Robbie, and he went to like go head it in. It was actually a pretty legit fucking cross, not gonna lie. It was tight. But
it was tight.
Goes over the middle, and fucking Robbie goes in to head it, and this dumbass fucking goalie comes up and knees Robbie right in the fucking
Dude, this guy was probably my size now.
Yeah.
And Robbie was
a big
120-pound sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
Robbie was not a big kid, dude. No.
Not back then. And he got just knocked out fucking cold. And the funniest part about that was, it's not really funny because he had a really bad fucking concussion.
The funniest part about our friend getting permanent brain damage was actually
he was getting carried off the field, and his mom was there.
Yeah, I was sitting there because we were watching like from the end line, and his mom and dad were walking him off. Here, I'll tell you this part because I remember fucking like going up
you were
and
there
talking
for
to
this
him.
part.
Because they were walking over, and I was like, because it was bad. Like, he was knocked out. Like, it was like a 15-minute thing where they were like on the field. They got him up. They got him off to the side. And then they were walking over. And we were like sitting behind the goal watching because like we played next, whatever. We were all like getting our shit ready. And he was walking with, I think, his mom and his dad. And we went over there to like just see if he was, because he was walking off. Like, he was walking. They're kind of like holding his arms and stuff. And we like went over to just kind of like talk to him to see if he's all right. And he's just telling his mom, he goes, Mom, Dad, I just had the weirdest, this is how he was talking, which is not how he talks.
Yeah.
He's like, I just had the weirdest dream. Logan Essie was playing soccer. Huh. And his mom just goes, yeah, bud, he's out there. And he just goes, he looks over at the field and sees, he goes, huh. Well, would you look at that? And I just go, oh, shit, Robbie might be fucked here. Robbie might be fucking done for, dude.
Dude, and I think...
Robbie was about to be getting coloring books for Christmas.
Dude, but I think he believes me now, but... At the time, for the next few months, he did not believe me, dude.
No.
I was like, dude, Robbie, I was with you when this happened to you. I kicked you the ball. I crossed you the ball. And he's just like, no, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. He did not believe that I played soccer and I was the one that crossed him the ball because he just forgot everything.
I think he still doesn't remember like any of the game. And to be fair, you had literally never played soccer in your life. Bill pulled you out of the stands. You were just there to watch. You played one game, and then that was it. Why would he believe that? He doesn't remember anything. You could just absolutely be fucking with him. Yeah, no, Bill just asked me to play. Bill just asked me to play in the game. I was just there to watch. It's like, shut up,
it was in like soccer for us was in the spring, and that was during March Madness, so the basketball tournament.
Yeah.
And I remember...
Yeah, for anyone that listens to this that doesn't know what March Madness is, I'm glad you clarified that it was the basketball tournament that you're talking
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I'm just clarifying for the
Pete. Shit, that was probably right around now then.
Yeah.
Anyways,
holy fuck. Is this the fucking 10-year anniversary? Okay, but anyway, we're sitting I always used to go over to Robbie's house over lunch, and because we had the lunch period off, and we would just hang out and watch anything on TV. And this year Duke basketball got beat by Lehigh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lehigh. And it was Lehigh was a 15 seed and Duke was a 2 seed. And it was just a huge upset. And this happened the day after Robbie got knocked out. And this was in 3 weeks later. And if you're a fan of basketball at the time, you knew that Duke got beat by Lehigh. It was a big deal. Like if you follow the tournament at all, like you knew.
Dude, I wasn't at all, but I remember that specifically because of this.
Yeah,
because of
and
Robbie.
Like 3 weeks after, it's like the fucking Sweet 16. Like this is like we're into the tournament pretty far by now, and he's just looking at his phone or a magazine. I can't even remember what he was looking at, but he just like, we're just sitting there, everything's quiet, and he just looks up and he goes, "Wait, Duke got beat by Lehigh?" And we're all just like, "Are you fucking serious, Robbie?" Like, obviously,
dude,
yes. That happened like 3 weeks ago.
He found out about it like 10 times. He kept being like, wait, Lehigh beat Duke?
It's so funny. It's actually not. I mean, it's kind of terrifying to think about, but he did. It was funny.
By the way, he's all right now. He's fine now. He's fine.
Yeah.
But
he has some issues here and there, but he's fine. No, but it was just so funny because he just kept going, "Wait, Duke got beat by Lehigh?"
And it was the exact same reaction every time he found out about it.
Because he's like a big sports fan and he's really into that stuff. So like it was really shocking to him every time. So like imagine your favorite sports team, or imagine your favorite sport, the best team in that sport gets beat by a shitty team. Like you would be shocked too.
Dude, if you
just
could
that over and over again.
If you could re-witness something for the first time again, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
And I was thinking about this the other day. One that I would want to re-see for the first time and have no idea. It's not like a big one, but I just watched the movie the other day. And The Other Guys, when The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson just jump off the building and just die. Dude, I want to see that again for the first time because that's so unexpected and just out of nowhere and such a stupid thing. Like when you know it's coming, it's still funny, but it's not that funny. But imagine rewatching that movie, like when it came out. Like that's like two of the biggest actors in the world in this movie. And you think they're going to be like main characters throughout the movie and they just jump off a like 30-story building and die. You thinking what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes. They just jump off, dude. Jeez. That's so fucking funny.
Dude, I have mine.
What
and you're going to appreciate this one. It's even better than yours. It's even better than yours. Because this is you too. If I could redo something, like let me set the stage here. I have never laughed harder in my fucking entire life. And I remember this night till the day that I will remember this night till the day that I die. And Jake and I, we somehow called it hard ass night. And we went, dude. So we went. I remember this. We went to Come-A-Go in DeSoto. We got Venoms, the Venom fucking energy drinks, just heart attack central.
How old are we? We were probably like freshmen in high school.
Yeah.
During this, it's probably like our freshman year of high school.
And we were like, dude, let's fucking just drink. Like, cause we were like, dude, fuck drinking. Like, let's just have a fucking hard ass night. Let's drink energy drinks and watch fucking badass movies. And we come back to my house in DeSoto, dude. And we're drinking Venom energy drinks, watching Triple X. We watched Bullet to the Head. And then
Bullet to the Head is the most badass movie name of all time, by the way.
And then we watched
Keep going.
Triple X. And dude, I want to witness for the first time again Vin Diesel bunny hopping over a 30-foot chain link fence. That was the most insane fucking thing I've ever seen on television or in a movie. Dude, Vin Diesel was riding his motorcycle in Triple X, the original Triple X, dude. And he's like, was he chasing a guy or was he like running?
No, he's running away. He was like breaking out of a compound. And he jumps up into the sniper tower and hits the guy with his wheel. A sniper. He bunny hops it into a sniper tower and fucking hits a guy with his wheel. Dude, it's the most ridiculous movie. But that was one of the hardest I've also ever. We fucking rewinded it like 10 times and watched it.
Dude, it might be the most, I mean, maybe not the most, but to us, it's the most ridiculous fucking shit someone's ever done in a movie.
Dude,
and we talk about it to this day. Like we will talk about it and make inside jokes about it to this day.
I actually bring up that specific scene of that movie more than like most people would think. Like, dude, I bring that up probably once a month still, dude.
Yeah,
it's so fucking ridiculous. And it's so funny. And it's so like just unnecessary. Just find a hole in the fence and he drives through that. Like, why did they have him do that? It's so obviously unbelievable.
God, that's so, like you were saying, we rewinded that thing so many times. I want to relive that. I want to relive that feeling of laughter. Or another one I was thinking of was seeing Borat for the first time, dude. Do you like Borat?
Yeah, dude.
When I first saw
when
Borat,
that movie came out, yeah, like the age we were, our generation, I don't think. Actually, Gilly and I were just talking about this. I was like, I don't think there's ever gonna be that or like Step Brothers when Step Brothers came out. Like, I don't think there's ever gonna be a movie that I think is as funny as I thought like Borat was when I was like 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's not gonna be.
You know
how funny a movie would have to be for me to think it's as funny as I thought Borat was when I was fucking 13, dude. That was the funniest movie in the world when I was 13. And it's still funny, by the way. Dude, we were talking about that. Like,
you have to take into account like the age that you saw it too. Like how funny. It's all relative to like when you saw it.
Yeah. Like, I think there's other stuff now that I think is funnier than that. But when I was fucking like 13 years old and I saw Borat, that was life-changing. Dude, that was the funniest thing that ever existed when I was 13. That and like Step Brothers. Like, dude, you know how fucking funny I thought Step Brothers was? It still is. It's funny, but like,
that
it's like
the most quotable movie
isn't
ever.
As funny. Oh yeah, that or Superbad. Dude, Superbad's fucking funny. We were talking
honestly
about this
Borat
too.
Is pretty quotable too.
Oh yeah, dude, a well-timed Borat voice, like that still isn't old. Like, you do it all the time, it's not funny. Like, if that's your only sense of humor, but dude, like, it's still fucking funny. A fucking well-timed whoa whoa wee woo. Like, that's funny, dude.
King of the Castle.
Yeah. But we were talking about this. They don't make funny movies like that anymore. Whatever, because of all the woke shit. Like, dude, you couldn't make Tropic Thunder now. Dude, imagine them doing that. Like, they can't do that. Or like even Superbad. Like, there's so much shit in that they wouldn't make. But we were talking like that was the end of like that was the peak. Like, they're never gonna make movies as funny as like Superbad anymore. I don't think they could. For a couple different reasons. I actually wanted to get your opinion on this too.
I think like major motion pictures. Yeah, you're right. Like,
yes,
like Hollywood movies. No, but I do think like people have the power now with YouTube and other streaming platforms to make funny shit. Like,
yes,
I always think
there's
of
still
like
stuff that's that funny. Like Shane Gillis, like
funny,
his.
You took the fucking words right out of my mouth, dude. You literally did. Like, I was gonna say,
have you seen
his
the Gillian
shit is so
Keefe sketches? Yeah, fucking
Gillian Keefe
hilarious. And like, he was literally Shane Gillis was literally a writer on SNL, or not a writer. He was like on SNL, and then he got kicked off for all the fucking whatever controversial stuff. But now he's just gonna go do shit. He's just gonna make sketches on YouTube on his own and own all the rights to that and make all of the money from it. Whereas like 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't do that. Like, you couldn't just be like make sketches on YouTube or do stuff on your own and release it. Like, you had to have a studio behind it. Like 10, 15 years ago, he would have been someone that would have made a movie like Superbad. Like, that's something he would have fucking made. Like, but they're not doing that anymore. There's not going to be a big studio behind that. There's some stuff maybe on different streaming platforms. Like, I still think like Rick and Morty is really funny. Like, it's good, like, funny humor. That's kind of
there's
like
good stuff. Yeah,
but it's not like a movie like that. Like, I don't think there. When was the last like really funny movie that came out that you saw? I don't even know. I haven't seen one in a while.
This is kind of an asterisk, I guess. I saw the new Jackass movie. I thought it was pretty funny, but that's like not the same thing.
Though.
Yeah,
that's
not
a
the same
different
thing.
They're also just kind of.
But I know what you're saying. I haven't.
Like, no one else
could
do that. Right? No one else could make Jackass right now. Like, even if they did all of the exact same stuff that they did in the new one, if it was just different people, nobody would go see it. It would be stupid.
Yeah, they invented it. Like,
but I'm saying, even if they wrote,
Johnny Knoxville,
Yeah.
They are
if
Jackass.
They wrote all the thing and they just had other people do exactly what they did in the new movie. It was all exactly the same, but it was just different people. No one would give a shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's because it's them. Because they're like grandfathered in. That's like, I don't know. That shit is pretty fucking funny too. But that's a different thing. That's not like
yeah,
good
it's
writing.
not like a
They're
scripted
just
thing.
funny. Yeah. To be fair, they come up with all that shit.
Did you see the new Jackass movie? Did you
No, I
watch it at all?
haven't. I haven't.
It's pretty good. They have a lot of tiebacks to like
I
old
know, dude,
Jackass
I wanna see
movie.
it.
It was pretty. I was kind of skeptical going into it. Just like
Oh, I wanted to see it. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know what I was skeptical, but I don't know why, dude. I don't know why I was skeptical about fucking Steve-O, dude. That dude is entertainment at its finest.
Yeah, he's fucking
And Johnny
amazing.
Knoxville, like you're not gonna get something
They're brilliant
out of
dude.
those two.
Like Johnny
Yeah.
Knoxville's a fucking brilliant guy, dude. You know what movie I did see this week though? The new Batman movie. Have you seen
How
it
was
yet?
that?
Have
No,
you seen it
I'm
yet?
not. I'm not into that stuff, really. Not gonna lie.
What, dude?
I'm not.
It's good. It's pretty good. I'm a big Batman guy. I liked all the like Dark Knight series. It was really good. Christian Bale was the fucking best Batman, dude, and I'll say it. The new one, I don't want to give any spoilers. I guess this isn't spoilers, but I just could not stop. I'll be honest. I had a couple edibles before we went and saw it, and I could not stop laughing just thinking about how Bruce Wayne is a fucking psychopath, dude. Like, he's just... Like, if this was real, like, if you think about if this was real, he's just like a multi-billionaire, and he's literally just dressing up in a fucking, like, he doesn't have any superpowers. Like, dude, if you're Spider-Man and you have the powers, like, of a spider, whatever, you have legitimate superpowers, that's fine. Dress up in a costume, hide your identity. But if you're just a billionaire that's going around and fucking breaking off street criminals for no reason, dude. It's like people mugging people in the subway, and he just goes in and breaks all the limbs in their body, dude, and just fucks them up. And then he's like doing detective work, like he's going into like crime scenes with the commissioner of the police or whatever, and he's just wearing a fucking bat costume and like 60 pounds of Kevlar body armor and shit. Like, that's so fucking insane. Just wear like normal military gear. Hide your identity, I get that, but why do you have to be a fucking bat? And it's funny when it's in the comics, because it's like, whatever, it's comics. But then they make a movie and like, I don't know, it was a really good movie if you get past that. But Bruce Wayne's a fucking psychopath, dude, and it's so funny to me. I could not get over that. But it was a good movie. A lot of people are saying it's one of the better ones. I thought it was good. It was good. It's fucking long. It was like 3 hours long. But
Damn. I wish I could have a better take on. Dude, I've never really gotten into any kind of superhero movie. I don't know. I just
really?
Yeah.
I always liked them. I always really liked.
I think it's cool and stuff. I just never really, dude. I feel like a Gen Z, dude. I feel like a Gen Z.
What does that even mean?
I like YouTube.
I just have so much anxiety, dude.
I have so much anxiety, dude. Thank God Eminem's changed their
You're
fucking
such a nihilist.
because
Whatever. Do you think
Eminem's
Gen
didn't
Z gives a fuck about that? Gen Z's
Dude,
wild, dude.
if Eminem's didn't change their branding, dude, I might go over the edge.
If you think that Gen Z are the people that care about that, get on TikTok and read the comments of high schools, dude. Those kids are fucking savages,
Dude, Gen Z is the boldest generation of all time.
Oh yeah, they don't give
do
a shit.
crazy.
They don't care.
They're so bold. They don't like. I don't get it. Is it a generational thing, or were we like that? Were we like that too when we were 7? I don't feel like I was ever like that. Yeah, but I always feel like
wild shit, dude. But we didn't post it on the internet.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't
You know
go
what
up
I
to
mean?
like some 40-year-old guy and tell him his fucking shirt's ugly or something like they're just so bold about everything they do. I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, we did. I don't want to.
Gen Z never saw Triple
incriminating
X.
evidence of us on the show here, but we did some wild shit sometimes. But yeah, they're just so fucking like. I think it's maybe just high schoolers. Like, I think high schoolers have always been like kids, dude. Kids are just mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's gotten better or worse. I think it's just been the same. It's just different.
I think also like everyone, okay, there's this weird societal thing about millennials. Like millennials are like these people who have technology, like they grew up with technology and they have this and this. Dude, I had a fucking, like, I get it. I didn't have a fucking bag phone, but I had a flip phone with a fucking antenna on it. Like, I didn't grow up with this technology either. Like, I didn't have a smartphone until I was like 17. So, like,
yeah. And we're at the lower end of millennials. Millennials are like fucking 40 now. That's still millennials.
Exactly. We're at the bottom edge of millennials. So, like, Gen Z is what they really mean when they're talking about that. And I think them being
Is there
more
one
bold,
between that? Is there Gen X? What's Gen X?
Gen X is like our parents. I think Gen X is like our parents.
Who's the boomers then? The older people?
Like our grandparents, like my Grandpa John.
Grandpa John. Wait, that's funny. Is he the one that fucking coffee?
Yeah.
Yes, dude. You gotta tell this story.
Yeah. So we were at. Okay. Hold on. I'll go back to the Grandpa John story. But what I was gonna say about Gen Z is, I think it's easier for them to be bolder with people. Like they're just bold and out there because the internet makes it so easy to call people on their bullshit. Like
with complete anonymity. Like you never have to see people in person at all. If you're on the internet all the time, way easier.
So like, you can you have a better opportunity to, I don't know. And I think if that starts at a younger age, it's easier to get ingrained into your like psyche or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But but anyway, Grandpa John, we were at this fucking dude. So my grandpa is a fucking legend. He's like, I don't want to incriminate him on anything, but he's a.
Nothing's good. What are they gonna fucking the internet sleuths are gonna track him down and report him to the police?
You're right. He doesn't give a fuck. One time
he's
he told
not
me
fucking El Chapo. One time he's
dude. I have stories for days. One time he told me, he's like, this has nothing to do with what I was about to say, but it's funny. He's like, yeah, never buy a timeshare. You'd be a fucking idiot to buy a timeshare. I'm like, why? And he's like, I bought a timeshare one time. I have a timeshare. And he's like, they still call me to this day. He's like, they called me a couple months ago and they're like, hey, John, we're going to need you to pay that timeshare. We're going to need you to pay, you owe $40,000 or whatever. It was like a large sum of money. And he's just like, oh, okay. Okay. And then he looks at me and he's like, I ain't going to pay that shit. He's like, you know how old I am? He's like, you know how old I am? I buy things with cash, not credit, bud. I don't care if they ding my credit. But anyway, dude, he's fucking
ding my credit.
He's a fucking wild. We could do a whole episode on him. But anyway, we're at this diner. It's called, we pull up, he's like, I'll take you boys out to breakfast. Let's go out to breakfast. We're like, okay, so we get in the van, Highlander, Toyota Highlander. Won't drive a van.
Fucking van, Logan.
Backstory on the Highlander. It's just him, but he bought a fucking Toyota Highlander just so he could take the seats out of the back and have room for his dog. But anyway, we pull up to this diner and it's called the 7-Star Diner. And we're like, okay, it's like a Morton. It looks like a Morton building, like one of those big buildings that like farmers have. And he's like, you see that 7 stars up there? You see that 7 stars? And we're like, yeah, Grandpa. He's like, 7 stars. You know what that is? Greek mythology. And we're like, instantly my bullshit meter goes through the fucking roof because, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I'm like, okay, 7-Star Diner. And we get inside and Jordan like Googles it or I Google it and you literally, dude, you type in 7-star. I'm going to type in 7-Star Diner right now on 7 stars. And it's like some Dude, the fourth fucking word on this Google search is Greek mythology. I'm not even shitting. I'll fucking screenshot it and put it on the podcast. The fourth word in the sentence, like he Googled 7 stars right before we fucking went there. And we're like, no fucking way. So we're sitting there eating breakfast, whatever. And I have like half a cup of coffee. And he has like 3/4 of a cup of coffee. And the lady comes around, the waitress comes around, and she's like, hey, can I give you some more coffee, whatever? And he's like, yeah, I'll take some more. And then she looks at me and I'm like, oh no, I'm good. I got half a cup. And then she walks away and my grandpa just looks at me. He's like, Logan. He's like, Logan, what are you doing? Always top your coffee off. And I'm just like, okay. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Always top your coffee off. So, moral of the story is always top your coffee off.
Always fucking top it off. Dude, and I love that everyone in your family actually talks like that.
Like, yeah, dude, people think he's a fucking move. People think we're making it up. We are not. We are not making it up, dude.
If you guys haven't seen the very first episode we did with Logan's dad, Jim. He's in the background on the picture. I don't know if it's on this side or
it's
this side.
It's right behind me. It's right behind me.
And the one of the TikToks we have on our page is him talking about what the fuck were we talking about? He's like, you know who invented meth? The Nazis.
Dude, should I text him and see if we can get him on?
Dude, wait, no. We'll do it next week or something, or next time.
Yeah,
we gotta leave pretty soon. Yeah, but we gotta have him back on, dude. What was he talking about? I'm not saying it was invented by scientists. What? Mustaches? LSD. That's what it was. He goes, I'm not ragging. I'm not saying I like it, but I'm not saying I hate it. Like what? He's like, it's invented by scientists. You're like, mustaches? And he just cuts back. He's leaned up. LSD. Dude, fucking Christ.
Dude, he's in the intro. He's in the intro song where he's like,
yeah,
I don't know if I'd call them aliens. I was like, aliens. And he's like trying to be all woke and shit. He's like, maybe they're not called aliens. Maybe they don't call themselves aliens.
Was he Demi Lovato?
Jim's fucking Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato Essie. Jesus Christ. What else we got, dude? We haven't even gotten into fucking anything.
I know. We've just been rolling for 48 minutes.
This is just us fucking catching up. No one else needs to be here for this.
Yeah, this is just us talking. Have you ever heard of serial squatters?
I have not heard of serial squatters.
So, like, do you know what squatting is? Like,
yeah. Like people that don't pay rent or anything and they just stay there.
Yeah. So, there's these people. They're called serial squatters, dude. They'll go around and find vulnerable people that are looking for roommates, and they'll like message them with like a fake name and whatnot, and be like, hey, I need a roommate. I'm currently transitioning jobs, blah, 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 blah. And they'll basically convince these people to let them stay at their apartment. And I was watching this show, and it's called, it's on Netflix. It's called Worst Roommate Ever. And these people will move in. So, like, say you're the serial squatter. You'll move in with me. And I'll be like, oh, hey, it's awesome to have a roommate. We can split rent. We could split utilities, things like that, blah, 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 blah. And they'll just be like, they'll get moved in, and then they'll just be like, oh, no. And then they just won't pay for anything. And they'll start having their mail sent there. So, like, you'll start having your mail sent to the apartment.
Yeah.
And under, like, some states' laws, if you have mail getting sent to your apartment, it doesn't matter if you're on the lease or not. If you have mail getting sent to your apartment, you legally are a tenant there.
So if I just start sending mail to your apartment, I can just move in?
Well, I don't know about the states. This one was in Pennsylvania. I'm sure it's different in different states, but in Pennsylvania specifically, you could move into my apartment and start getting mail sent here, and you're legally a tenant. So like, if I'm like, no, you have to fucking leave, you're not paying rent or anything, then it's like, this guy on this show is just like, I'm not fucking leaving. This is my fucking apartment now, bitch. Like, I'm not leaving. And you can't do anything about it.
How can you not?
Because
they're not paying rent. They don't own anything. They're not.
Exactly.
Are they on the lease?
Dude, that's what's crazy
they're
about
just
it.
Getting mail?
No, they're not on the lease.
That's a wild law. That's a wild law.
Dude, it is a wild law because, and that's what the problem is in some of these states. Like this guy moved in with this girl, stayed there for a month or two, and she tried to kick him out because he wasn't paying anything. And he was like doing weird shit. Like he was taking her plants and shit, like doing just weird fucking shit. And, and she like tried to kick him out, and the police basically said, we can't do anything if he proved that he gets his mail there and blah, blah, blah. So then it has to go through like a whole court process. Like he has to have due process to get kicked out. So then he gets to stay there for like 2 to 3 more months. So these people
he's
will
finding
go around.
someone else to fucking scam, dude.
Exactly, dude. So it's kind of along the lines of these like swindler guys that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
These guys will just go around from apartment or girls. I don't know who the fuck. I don't know who does it, but they'll just go around from apartment to apartment, and they'll stay there for like 3 months until finally they get a court order to leave. And then they'll just go do it to someone else. And then they have to go through the whole court process again. And it's just like a huge loophole that some of these people are taking advantage of.
How do you live your life like that? Like, do they?
I don't know. These people are
so
loners, dude.
Crazy,
and it's
dude.
This guy on the show is like, yeah, I'm practicing to be a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. I tutor law classes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He has like his own website. It's crazy the amount of work this guy went through to put on, because it wasn't his real name. Like he made a website and everything with his fake name, and just to make himself like I'm sure he made a LinkedIn, all that stuff.
Right.
And he just did all this stuff to make himself.
Wait, you could just go on LinkedIn and say that you're a lawyer.
Dude, I could
There's
go
no
on LinkedIn.
like.
I could go on LinkedIn right now and say I started a job at a fucking. You can. You literally can. They don't have to approve it or anything.
I'm gonna start doing that, dude.
Just go on
Honestly, people. I feel like society. There's this thin veil of society where people assume you have to like be telling the truth, dude. You don't have to tell the truth about anything, dude.
It's it's like job interviews. Like you don't have to. I mean, obviously, you want to be yourself in a job interview. You don't want to just completely lie if you're just a rational human being. But if you have like name a time that you overcame a problem, you could probably make up the problem.
You just make something up, yeah.
And then just say what you would have done in that situation. You know what I mean?
Something you totally fucked up, but you sit at home thinking about how you could have done it better.
Exactly.
You go to the next job and you're like, oh, I fucking killed it, dude. I was on that shit. You've been thinking about it every night for 6 months. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking funny.
But I thought you would think that's cool or not cool, but I thought you'd think that's
I do think that's pretty cool. We should start doing that. No, but honestly, I was thinking about that
you think stuff like that is interesting, so I thought you would think that.
Yeah, dude, I think people that are just like sociopaths. Like I was just watching a documentary about Elizabeth Holmes the other day, the Theranos chick, who just fucking. Have you not seen that?
No.
It was like this.
I know the name. I've heard the name, but I don't know it.
Yeah, it was this company that was super famous for a while. Well, they were huge.
Oh,
they were supposed to,
it was like a Ponzi scheme, essentially.
Kind of. So she said they had this medical technology where they could prick your finger, and from like a little tiny sample of blood, they could run like every blood test on it in this little fucking machine, this little box machine. Which usually they would have to draw a bunch of blood, they'd have to take it out, which a lot of people don't like doing, like getting blood tests, like basically the same thing as like donating blood. Like that's what you'd have to do. It'd have to be a pretty significant amount of blood. They have to run tests. It takes months, whatever. Or I don't know about months. I don't know how long it takes. But they were saying they could like they were going to roll it out in Walgreens. You go and prick your finger. They would put a little tiny drop of blood in, and it would test and run every blood test. And you could do all sorts of blood tests with just a little tiny bit of blood. And it would be like instant. Like it would take 10, 15 minutes, whatever. And she built this fucking huge, like $9 billion company, Theranos. Everyone was like, this is going to revolutionize the medical industry. They signed some huge deal with Walgreens. They were going to put it in every Walgreens. Like, it was going to fucking completely change literally the medical industry. And it just turns out that they had none of the technology for it. Like, none of it was real. None of it worked. They were lying about everything. There was all these papers that she was giving to investors because there's a bunch of people investing in it. That's how they raised so much money that it was like a $9 billion company because they weren't selling anything. They didn't have a real product, which is like, so it's not technically a Ponzi scheme. It was just, they said they were going to have a product that just didn't work. And a bunch of people were like, they don't know if she never had that and she was just trying to do this or if she just couldn't. Like, she had this vision to do this. It just wasn't really possible. And she was trying to push it along as far as she could. But she was like giving papers to investors with all of these like, not fake studies, but it was all these like information pamphlets or whatever. And she would put like a Pfizer logo on the top of it. So it looked super official, like it was from Pfizer or like from other companies like that. And it was just, Pfizer had nothing to do with it. She literally fucking took a Google Doc and just put like a Word document and put a Pfizer logo on it without Pfizer's consent, without any of that. So people like investors would be like, oh, so this is an association with Pfizer. Pfizer's a pretty legitimate company, which is not the truth. But, and like, so these people would invest hundreds of millions of dollars. Like I said, it was like, the company was valued, I think at the height at like $9 billion. She was supposed to be the next Steve Jobs. She had like a fake voice. Like she would talk like this all the time. And she was fucking insane, dude.
Okay.
Like,
I got a problem with you right now, Jake.
Yeah, what is it?
I got a fucking problem with your definition of fucking Ponzi scheme.
That's not a Ponzi scheme.
Dude, do we not know what the definition of a Ponzi scheme is?
Okay, so a Ponzi scheme, okay, it would be, but so she was lying about all the technology. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if she actually knew that it was never going to be possible or she thought they could do it. It's like it could just be a bad business venture. Yeah. Like she thought they could do it, but it just was a bad product. You know what I mean? Like if Apple rolled out the iPhone and it just never worked, you wouldn't say that was a Ponzi scheme. It was just a failed product that Apple came out with, right? Like, if they raised all this money to do, like, I'm sure they've had tons of products they went to do. The Google Glass, like, no one ever fucking bought that. It never worked. It wasn't a Ponzi scheme. But I don't know if she knew. She knew that it never worked and was just raising all this money to, like, just keep it going, then it's kind of a Ponzi scheme, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on her intentions, I guess.
Yeah,
which we'll
like
never know.
She knew there was nothing,
Hey, maybe Bernie Madoff was...
Nah, Bernie Madoff didn't even try to invest the money. He didn't even invest any of it.
Hey, he was investing in his future. You never know that. Hey, you never know.
That's true. You fucking really don't. I'm pretty sure we know with Bernie though. He was blatantly just did not fucking
literally you could give me 10 grand and like you just Venmo me 10 grand and I could just go put it on Robinhood and that's more than Bernie Madoff did for his fucking
he didn't even try to invest he didn't even invest any of it. Like he wasn't even like, all right, 50% of it we're just gonna keep. We're only gonna invest 50%.
Which would make more sense.
He did none of it. That's so insane. Like it was a $60 billion company. You think they could hire some fucking Harvard grads to just invest some of it and make like dude, if you just invest in the market, it's like fucking 7% to 10%, whatever. Like that's gonna happen every year.
Bernie Madoff has some nuts on him, dude. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like that guy is just a full-blown sociopath, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Like how can you do that? That's so fucking crazy to just lie to everyone all the time. That's so fucking wild to me. That shit is so interesting to me.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even know. You have to like, it's hard to wrap your mind around being like that.
Yeah. Especially something getting like that out of hand.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't even know.
Speaking of, stuff that's hard to wrap your mind around. Donald Trump, he actually uses the same mic as me. So there's
I like that. I like that we're at the point.
No big deal.
I like that we're at the point of the empire where Donald Trump, an ex-president, is going on the Nelk Boys podcast. They're the most important news station at this point, maybe in the world.
Dude, if that doesn't give you confidence that we can make it with this podcast, then I don't know what fucking does, dude. Those guys are just,
dude.
Those guys are just, I mean, they're good at what they do. Don't get me wrong. Like,
yeah.
I respect what they do. Like, they have insane talent, like, on their podcast. But it's like, that's just a testament to how fucking powerful the internet is.
Dude, they went to Mar-a-Lago and did a fucking podcast with Trump. And it was good, dude. So we were just talking about this.
I don't get why it got taken down, honestly.
Because they talked about election fraud. Which is all just real stuff that he was talking about.
I mean, you could just...
Like, he wasn't like...
If you don't believe it, don't fucking believe it. I don't...
Dude,
I'm not saying I believe it or not. I think it's fucking stupid, but it didn't...
These giant, like, whatever. Everyone fucking talks about this getting fucking a little played out. But, like, these giant tech companies just have no belief that the American public has any semblance of, like, self-responsibility. They think everyone is fucking idiots. Like, they do. Like, they think that you shouldn't be allowed to see, like, someone like Alex Jones. Like, hey, he's saying there's interdimensional vampire pedophiles. Just because he said that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking believe it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
wait, what did he say? Oh, that's true. Like, no, you're not gonna fucking believe anything.
Like,
anyone
so
says.
would they like not let themselves watch it, or they can watch it and be like, that's not true, or like, I disagree with this. They don't have any faith that anybody in the American public can just watch something and make a decision on their own and make it be the right decision. I get some of the misinformation stuff, but holy shit, then come out with good information. Stop lying to everybody about everything all the time. Then maybe people will believe the stuff that's true. You know what I mean? Like all this stuff about how you would get banned off of Facebook for saying that COVID maybe started in a lab. You would get fucking kicked off of Facebook and YouTube and everything. And now it probably did. Like that's mainstream truth, is that it probably did. So how is that mis or disinformation when now it's probably the truth? Like that's the most, like that's the highest probability thing that happened. Like that's crazy. Stuff changes so fast. And like I get stuff.
I just want to know who actually comes up. Like, who the fuck actually like decides this stuff?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's stuff you can't even talk about. Like the Nelk Boys thing. Like he just was talking about stuff that, like he's talking about some state, like they literally overturned something. Like that act, by the way, actually happened. I don't think the election was fucking stolen. I don't think that's true. I think there was probably some level of voter fraud going both ways, as there is in every election. For sure. It's someone running for president. It's the most powerful position in the world. Yeah,
it's
there's going to be some sort of voter fraud.
Yeah.
I don't think there was enough that would have overturned the election and that Trump really won or whatever. I think that's probably nonsense. But should you not be allowed to even talk about that? That's crazy. And like he was just saying stuff that actually happened. Like they had some thing that went through the court system in whatever state, some county in some state. I don't know. But like they just get completely kicked off of YouTube for that. Like that's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, cause like the Nelk Boys, like they're just guys trying to like put out good juicy content. Like, they're not trying to fucking sway elections and like change the political landscape of the United States of America. Like they don't give a fuck. They're just like, oh, dude, Donald Trump, fucking entertaining. Let's get him on. This will be cool as shit.
And by the way,
they don't care about his politics.
Dude.
Dude, they don't care about his politics at all.
No, I think they're pretty big Trump guys. Yeah, I think they're pretty big.
But even if they were, but even if they
even said on the show, they're like, we would have someone on the other side. They're like, we would have Nancy Pelosi on here. They're like, we don't think she would come on, but they're like, we would have Nancy Pelosi on here, like just to fucking tell her shit. What if she goes on? And says there's absolutely no way that COVID-19 came from like a biochemical research lab or whatever? That's not the truth either, dude. Like, is that spreading misinformation? I don't know. There's not, like, it's not 100. It might not have, but it might have. Yeah, but it probably did. Yeah, dude, I don't know.
And JFK was assassinated by one person, right?
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Here we go again.
Oh, we're gonna get started on this?
No, I don't think we need to get started on anything because
Trump on yeah, we gotta wrap up soon. Your boy's gotta piss. But no, we were talking about this earlier. Trump is fucking brilliant, not in the way that I think he's like a genius. I think he should be the president. I don't know about all that, but he's brilliant in like the sense of being fucking entertaining. Dude, he's the most entertaining person in the world. Like that podcast was fucking amazing to just listen to that guy rant about shit. Like I was telling you earlier, he's talking about like the price of oil, and he's like, yeah, like during COVID when everything shut down, no one was using oil at all. So he's like, they refilled the reserves and stuff, all of the like national emergency reserves for the whole country, because they were like, it was like negative, like cost per barrel was like negative $30 or something, because they had so much of it and nobody in the country was driving. Everything was shut down. Like they didn't know what, they had to fucking pay people to get rid of it because they just had too much of it. And he's like talking to him and he's like, yeah, you would have been proud. We got it for a great price. Like the way he just talks, dude, is so funny. Like you would have been proud. We got it for a great price. Doesn't say how much they were getting it for, whatever. Yeah, you would have been proud. Dude, that shit is so fucking funny to me. And the way he can just like, dude, the guy's 75 years old and he's on there and he's just ranting about shit the whole time. He talks the whole time nonstop. And it's like,
he talked like, probably 90% of the podcast.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, this also like ever, like, dude, Biden like just couldn't do that. Like he can't go on and like have, like he just can't do that. And it's so funny. Not that I'm saying that Trump should be the president because he can go on a podcast and rant for an hour straight.
That's not
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he's a brilliant entertainer. Like I can't not watch it. Like when I was watching it, I was like, oh, this is like you can't not watch it. And you can't.
There's a reason there's a reason why he was where he is.
Yeah, it got like 5 million views in 24 hours. Like the Full Send podcast, their podcast isn't that big. They're not getting that many views on their regular episodes. 5 million views in 24 hours, though. That's insane.
Not
that's
that
like,
many, but they have like 1 million subscribers still.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying 5 million views
compared to their other
hours,
videos. Yes, it's a lot. Yeah.
That's wild. That's so many. Like, I don't know. I just think he's funny, dude. He is funny, dude. And he's entertaining, and he's brilliant at just, like I said, if you're in the room with that guy and the way he's like, this sounds stupid, especially when you're watching it, but if you're talking to him, he's like, you would have loved it. You would have been so proud. We got a great price. Like that kind of shit. Like he doesn't care what you think, but I don't know, dude. I think I would dream podcast guest would be Donald Trump, right? Who would you rather have than that guy? Honestly, seems more human. When we listen to that Lex Friedman podcast, seems more like a human than I thought.
No, I was just joking.
I don't know.
He'd be a good. I mean, for views, Donald Trump would be the best.
Dude, I would just want to have, honestly,
because he doesn't do anything. Like he doesn't do any like podcasts like that. So like when he gets on one, everyone watches it.
Right.
It'd be like,
not only that,
it'd be the same thing with Biden or Obama. Like Obama was on Mark Maron.
But I wouldn't want to fucking talk to.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the only reason it has so many views is because it's Obama and he doesn't do stuff like that. So when
I would want to talk to Obama. Yeah, Obama would be cool. I don't know if I'd want to talk to Biden for an hour. It'd be weird. It'd be creepy, dude. He seems weird, dude. But no, if you could talk to anyone, just us two and someone else, not even on the podcast. So but they're going to be 100% honest. Like behind closed doors, we sign a fucking non-disclosure agreement. We can't tell anybody anything about the conversation. Who would you want to talk to? Alive or dead? Or just alive right now, alive. There's too many people for dead. There's a lot of cool people.
George Bush.
I think George Bush would be cool.
No, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney for sure.
Dude, yeah. Or, dude, honestly, like, if they were being 100% honest with me, like, no, like I said, we sign an NDA, whatever. No one will ever hear about it, so they're going to be 100% honest. I don't know, because I don't know if I'd want to know the information, but, like, maybe the Clintons, dude. Like, the Clintons or, like Obama.
I don't know.
Because Obama's, like, a really smart...
You might not be able to sleep if you found out what the Clintons were doing.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Wait, George hold on. Bush, turn off your phone. Cool. Turn off your phone when we say this.
They're listening to this, by the way.
Dude, the Clintons have a whole
This
team.
is going to be our last episode.
This will be our last episode of the DeSoto Approach.
But, I don't know. I think that would be super interesting, talking to someone like that. If I knew that, like, if we had Obama like on the podcast, like he's not gonna tell us anything we don't already know. You know what I mean? Like he's just not going to because he can't.
He seems straightforward too. Like, honestly, he does.
I think that might be a reason why they didn't like Trump so much too, because he seems like he would just fire off shit he's not supposed to be talking about, dude.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I think if he was like not on the show, like just talking to him one-on-one, like in a real conversation, if he's gonna be honest with me, I think someone like that would be super fucking interesting to talk to. Because they know so much shit that's going on behind the scenes. Like, I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. And you know what? I think Vin Diesel should be president because he can bunny hop 20 feet in the air.
Dude, Vin Diesel is fucking out of his mind.
Fucking dirt bike, dude.
You know what? Vin Diesel's out of his mind. He probably should be the president.
And that's what we're going to close it out
American?
on. I think so.
I think so. Maybe.
Let's leave it up for mystery.
Yeah.
Make people look it up. Because we're an hour and 11 minutes in.
We got to get going. I have to pee so fucking bad.
But if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow. If you're on Apple Podcasts, subscribe. Donate to our Anchor support page because what's the reason this week?
We need money.
Taxes.
Inflation's out of control, dude. Gas is $6 a gallon. What the fuck?
Yeah, so donate to our
Follow us
Anchor
on
support
TikTok.
page. Follow us on TikTok. We're blowing up out there. We're blowing up out there.
Dude.
But
all right, thank you everybody.
That's everything. Yep.
Have a great day.
That's episode 19. Thanks for listening.